The will to receive is a desire, is a will. Okay, it's untamed will. It's
Mm-hmm.
a desire for everything that we know. So the point is, this is where it is said that actually that a person or uh, an Adam is being born tamed ass or
Mm-hmm.
donkey, depends if you want to be nice or not. But this is how it means an untamed matter. Yeah. In Hebrew, chamor v'chomer is the same letters. Means it's uh, it's the power of desire that it's almost rudimentary,
Mm-hmm.
very um, it's lending itself to be applied or to be shaped. Okay, so this is actually now if it's untamed um, and has nothing to do, or there's no perception that there is a purpose for its creation. So it finds its way according to, the trends of the time or the desire, the power of desire for light and pleasure that actually comes to it from the shattering of the kings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is fuel that fuels it, but it fuels it into not only, it's not that it gives it. Okay, I'll give you an example. Human will design mobile things because they want to move from
Mm-hmm.
place to place, but they need something to fuel it. So the desire to move from place to place is is the definition of the initial will, but they need an outside source of energy and power to actually activate it, and that is a fuel. Okay, so in some respect, it suggests that Torah is a different fuel. It's because it will take you. It's not only that it will take you or it will move you as you desire to move from place to place, but it will sort of direct and plan your the places you're going to move to.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, it will give you power or fuel, but it's a different fuel than the fuel that activates or is um, remains of the shattering sparks. Okay, so it is said, it is difficult for us maybe to grasp, but the whole definition of creation is the will to receive. So, how we can find our way in it is through the meeting point that was designed for us, and it's called Torah. The meeting point is the plan. So, actually, if at a certain point a person is awaking to ask, and most of humanity up into the question, where to, what for, what for, uh, what, what is the meaning of all the existence, of my existence. So when that is being collectively acknowledged, and what comes with it is that we cannot actually support ourselves with a direction and meaning, then we search for the plan. And when we search for the plan, we discover Torah. So all what I said now is a preparation to need Torah. So the question is there through throughout You can say the history, the conscious history, and I would say even the awareness of humanity of itself. So there is this question all the time, but there is not always the wall, the cul-de-sac of not being able to see, that we are not able to actually answer it from our will or from our experience. We need sort of to outsource it in order to get the plan. Okay, so it's like I know how to build a. This is one of the examples. I know how to build a house, so I build it. It's crooked, and not only that it's crooked, it's falling apart. It's always falling apart. Then I'm looking for the plan. I'm starting to look for the plan, but I need to arrive to a true need. Now, a true need is not being only sort of tested once when we enter the work. It is being more seriously tested within the work. This is what I said, that if we are true to ourselves, we don't give ourselves to the work. We have many, many conditions when we come to the work, that it will suit our hours, it will suit my interest, my other interest, it will suit, it will be comfortable, don't move my life too much, okay? If it will get into it, good, okay? So if we don't see this calculation, we're actually not in need of Torah, so it becomes stale. And it's more than stale. It becomes, and this is, you can see in many religions, including Judaism, that it becomes a tyrannical power on people. Instead of actually giving them meaning, it buries them. Okay? It buries them in laws and restrictions and in what not to do, and giving up actually the quest or the true desire for sanctity, because they get replacements, they get substitutes. Okay. So actually, this is where we are asking: is we get a huge grace in Sfirat HaOmer and in preparation for Shavuot, and it's one day, or actually for us only one night. And it's really difficult to actually bring ourselves thoroughly into at least admit okay, I will not, no reduction to the big lie that we tell ourselves inside the work. So if you don't realize it, it's very difficult to go to the next year. So I'm not asking for an admissions. It's really unnecessary. But I do sort of suggest to you to go through this process as a preparation for the last week of Sfirat Omer, for sure. Okay. Look at your conditions. Look at your terms of engagement. I think it's very important. This is truly what it means to prepare oneself to receive Torah.
How do I do that?
Asking yourself this question honestly. Okay. It's looking at it. It's looking at. It's not only a question of motivation. There is a huge, as well, a huge gap. Sometimes gently, I point it out between the declaration that we sort of declare outwardly. So really, completely believing it when we say it. But because we convince ourselves that we want to be that convinced. But we want to be, we're not there.
Tricking on another level.
Okay.
No?
Is it not clear what I'm saying? Okay.
No, it is. It's like tricking myself on another level. So I'm.
Yeah, it's always so preparing where actually and when Torah was given. It was when there was a community of consciousness or community of consciousness, I would say, that actually looked at itself with the condition of at least being able to see itself in Egypt and to see itself now, and to see that with the opportunity that it's been given, they still treat themselves with the agenda of being completely enslaved by the desire of, or the Egyptian desire, if you want, or the desire, the will to receive to oneself. Only when they saw it in between themselves and in relation to the higher, then they were in true need of Torah. Not before that. So if we are getting into that kind of cycle, at least we need to see all the levels of separation. Now, it's difficult because we tell ourselves that we are inside the work. This is the trap that Israel had always had. That because they're Israel, they have it. No, they don't. They're not even Israel. Okay? So
I mean,
it's...
Artie, the first thing that the Rabbah said, the entire creation is a will to receive. It's difficult for me to perceive as... I mean, I can see parts of it, yes, but the magnitude of that sentence, I can feel is not landing. And so even then, the kind of the Torah is a meeting point.
The Torah is actually a media. Truly a media. A media that can actually create a common and a communion with the intention of the creator. So of course it need to be, the whole creation need to be degrees of will to receive, because the creator wish to give. So whatever he will create is something that will be able to receive that which he wish to give. Okay. Now, how to be with it, in terms that I will not be only with a desire to receive that which he wished to give me, but I want, let's speak about Bina for a moment. Why actually Bina is thicker than Chokhmah? Because if Bina is teaching us the wish to actually bestow, it should be more fine than Chokhmah.
Fine in terms of?
In terms of thickness. Chokhmah, yeah, is because it speaks about a quality of the creator. It wishes to bestow. So why we're not saying Keter Bina Chokhmah? Why it's thicker than Chokhmah? Because actually within the desire of to receive, what is being born from it is as well a desire to receive the quality or to be like. It's a thicker desire. It's a thicker will, or a stronger will to receive, because within that, this is so wise, because in that, the Creator gave us an ability to self-determine or to define ourselves. Yeah?
Which makes it tricky.
Yeah,
Fantastic and tricky.
Yeah, it's not so tricky, but It's part of a need. That's what I'm saying. And part of the need is whenever, it doesn't matter if it's personal, and usually it has to do with a sense of a generation, of a consciousness of a generation, or a zeitgeist, if you like,
Yeah.
of something that actually humanity gets to a point that it sees, and we are in this period, everything is crumbling. All holding patterns appears like a rice paper, and you can hear the sound of the tearing, okay, of everything, of every holding patterns that we knew, whether it's economical, socially, morally, politically, whatever. It's all sort of really crumbling and shattering. So there are periods and points in your mind when it gets to the point that it can see that it needs something outside of itself, that it actually needs help. Okay, so it is as well in a person journey. He can get to this point. So actually, what he wants and what will shape the reformation is what we call the point in the heart, the awakening of the point in the heart. But it's to do with the generation. We see that it has to do with the generation because the first time the Torah was given, it was not given to a person, it was given to a community. Okay? So it means that our work is as well to do with not directly as a target, but as inner knowing that our work is actually carving and paving a way of that recognition, okay, of the recognition for help, or recognition of that need, of the need for Torah. Now, it's not Torah as people read it from outside. It speaks about Kabbalah today. This is the Torah of our generation, of last generation here. This, okay?
If what the rabbi is saying would land in me, like probably for half a second, I would say 80% of my life would look differently. I probably wasn't as afraid to look in a completely different way at life and walk a completely different path.
Yeah, so this is why it happens every year, because as though the higher understand that we need to go gradually. So every year, when we come to the offering of giving Torah, or the way we sort of want to order ourselves in that year, is to allow a bit more territory of ourselves to be engaged with that. It's clear, but if I don't see it, I will not allow more territory, because I would think that not only it's enough, it's more than enough.
No, I would say I can clearly see it's not enough, but on the other side, there is so much anxiety and there's so much fear of
Why?
actually letting go of some of these.
What? What you're fearing to let go? And who actually suggests letting go? It's as though you're saying, yeah, when you give birth, you're letting go of your sleep at night, at least for the first year.
At least for two.
At least for two. I remember one. He went to sleep afterward when I
Lucky
wanted.
Rabbah.
But it doesn't matter for me. It's okay. Let's say you give, but you don't experience it as giving up.
For sure not.
No, it's difficult. I'm not saying it's not difficult not to sleep, but with the whole appearance of the new reality of a new life, You're not saying I'm giving it up. I'm giving up. It comes with the territory. It comes with a knowing of something is actually depending on you. Okay, so knowing that gives you such a pleasure that sleep, which I really like, does not give you. So it's a question of pleasure. Yeah. So it's a question of pleasure, and then when sort of the ego steps in and says, "Well, I'm giving up my life," and I'm actually, this is the moment I give up. I give up the true pleasure of being in something that is higher than me.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a very sort of delicate way to look at our work. When we come to study, we don't give up anything. If we don't come to study, we give up. Okay? So it's a different way. This is how it should be. This is what comes with the territory. So continuing the same thought of the desire or of the will to receive, which is outside the work, sort of bringing it into, it's actually taking us out of the territory of the work. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So actually, what is the preparation to be able to receive this, the action of the light upon us? So it's a genuine need, and we cannot deceive the light. We're very good in deceiving ourselves, but we cannot deceive the light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a call for a deeper look at ourselves in relation to the work. Yeah.
It's like a call for honesty.
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, but in relation to the work, not in relation to your existence.